We have already studied the nervous system in Hydra, where we were saying there's no brain. So it was the simplest form. मतलब वहाँ पे actual में when you say explain the nervous system of Hydra, all you have to say is nerve net. Okay, and sensory cells जो हैं वो पूरी तरह scattered है. So the next improved nervous system that was seen in the first animal was the Platyhelminthes phylum. That's the planaria. So if you just go through this diagram, what do you find? You have a small brain. What is the shape of this brain? If you draw, the brain looks like this. U shape, inverted brain is there. And from this brain, you have around 9. Absolutely, if you just count, you find 9 cells or 9 branches of nerves coming out towards the outer side. Okay, so that's how the diagram is. And from this brain you have got nerve cord. Okay, so there is nerve cord that is coming down, so that's little more thicker. So this is how the nerve cord looks like. Okay, so there is another, how many nerve cords are there? 2 nerve cords are there attached to the brain. Okay, this is the inverted U-shaped brain, and from the brain you have how many? 9, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You have 9 branches coming out of this ganglion, and you call this brain as ganglion. Okay, ganglion का मतलब होता है collection or group of nerves or neurons, group of neurons. It's not well developed brain, it is just the beginning. Evolution हो रहा है तो just शुरुआत का है. So that's how it says. And when we say it's the most primitive type of primitive. Okay, I'll change the color. Most primitive type of brain is found in planaria. Now I hope you are all making notes based on what you're hearing, putting the date wise you're supposed to make the notes. So first sentence you're going to talk about planaria, that the central nervous system is the primitive. First is primitive. Okay, then second point in this, where is it located? It is on the ventral side, मतलब नीचे के हिस्से, ventral side में located है. You just can read this part, ventral side of the body. It's primitive. Then what all are present? Now क्या क्या part है इसके central nervous system में? सबसे पहले you talk about the U-shaped brain. एंड यू शेप ब्रेन में से कितने गैंग्लियंस कितने ब्रांचेस निकल रहे हैं? 9 ब्रांचेस निकल रहे हैं, एंड टूवर्ड्स आउटर साइड, एंड फ्रॉम वेयर इज इट प्रेजेंट? वेंट्रल साइड, राइट. एंड व्हेन यू टॉक अबाउट द कॉर्ड्स, गैंग्लियन में से 2 पेयर ऑफ कॉर्ड्स आ रहे हैं, राइट. 2 पेयर ऑफ कॉर्ड्स. यू कैन सी नर्व कॉर्ड्स, इट इज़ रिटन, but actually you have to write it as ventral nerve cord. You have shown over here. लिखा तो nerve cord है, लेकिन यहाँ आप लिखोगे ventral nerve cord. तो ventral nerve cord कैसे बनेगा? Parallel. Okay, so not exactly parallel, it has to meet at the end. So where is it coming from? The U-shaped inverted brain. अब ये जो nerve cords हैं, they are getting connected, they are interconnected by transverse nerve. So how do you spell it? ये जो बीच में कनेक्शन है ना, सीढ़ियों जैसा बना रखा है, सो उसको बोलते हैं ट्रांसवर्स नर्व. यहाँ की स्पेलिंग गलत है, ट्रांसफर नर्व, इट्स रॉन्ग. दिस इज़ करेक्ट. डायग्राम में जो है ट्रांसवर्स नर्व और केमिशर. सो दिस इज जॉइनिंग द वेंट्रल नर्व कॉर्ड्स, राइट. And you have one very important structure in between the brain, that is the photosensory structure. You call that as eye. Eye is located, it's part of the sensory system only, so that has to be explained. So as you move further, अब ये था lower animals में. बट जैसे जैसे आप कॉकरोच की स्टडी करोगे, ह्यूमन की स्टडी करोगे, देयर ब्रेन्स आर बिट मोर डेवलप्ड. सो देयर वॉज ग्रेजुअल एवोल्यूशन दैट हैज़ हैपेंड. स्पेशलाइजेशन हुआ, बेहतर बेहतर सेल्स ऑब्जर्व किए गए, right? And centralization ho gaya. So if you look at yourself, where is your brain located? At the center of your body, right? So that's called centralization of various sense organ. So something that's controlling, that's present in the center, that's your brain, your spinal cord. So basically the complex form kaisa hua? It is centralized sensory system, or we can say nervous system, coordination between the body and the organs. So you're clear with the hydra, you're clear with the plant movement, then planaria. Now we're going to understand about the neural tissue, matlab neurons. Kaise ye, this topic has been already done in your 11th standard. So I just want you to go through this topic 9.3, page 183, neural tissues. Thoda sa extra hai, but that's not difficult. You have to learn the names of neuroglia. You remember when we talked about the neurons and neuroglia. Neuron was the hero and neuroglia was a supporting cell. और न्यूरॉन को कुछ हो गया तो वो डेवलप नहीं कर पाता दोबारा से. It doesn't, regenerate. But neuroglia or glial cell, what is the other word to neuroglia? It's glial cell. It can regenerate. Okay. So we have a question for this. What are the different types of nerves found in our body? So we have already learned sensory and motor fibers, right? So make questions. First question, explain the structure of nervous system in hydra with diagram. Next question, explain the structure of nervous system in platyhelminthes, especially in planaria with diagram. Then next question you can give, what are the different types of neuroglial cells found? And a very important question, explain the structure of neuron, which has been already taught to you in 11th standard. So you're going to explain the structure of neuron. So it's just an explanation, no diagram. Now I'm going to share a short video with you regarding hydra and planaria's nervous system so that you can just revise it.
The nervous system of hydra is characterized by a sparse network of nerve cells that shows no cephalization or centralization. As the nervous system is so unspecialized, these animals are unable to carry out complex activities, which would require coordination by the nervous system. They are often sessile, like plants, and are radially symmetrical. Flatworms are the first animals to show cephalization and centralization of the nervous system. Therefore, it is possible to distinguish a primitive brain, symmetrical parts of the nervous system, and bilateral symmetry of the body. These animals can actively move, which requires a more complex nervous system than the sessile lifestyle of hydra. Mollusks are another example of the development of the nervous system. While the nervous system of sessile mollusks, such as clams, shows minimal cephalization, that of the octopus can be almost as complex as that of vertebrates. The development of the nervous system is apparent in the range of activities performed by these two types of mollusks.